Madison has over 140 neighborhoods to choose from, but most buyers still think Middleton or downtown are the only real options. The problem? They end up spending thousands more than they need to. There's another area that's growing faster, attracting buyers quicker, and giving you more for your money. Today, I'll show you why this Madison suburb is the new place to live. And by the end, you'll see the real reason this place should be on your radar if you're planning a move to the Madison area. Most people don't realize how much location shapes their happiness. And honestly, whereas this spot sits might be its biggest hidden advantage, let me show you why it's worth a closer look. Fitchburg hugs Madison's southern edge. You get downtown access without the downtown price tag. The border is so seamless that most people don't even realize they've crossed into a new city. And the drive times, they're surprisingly good. UW-Madison is only 10 miles away, about 20 minutes on a normal day. That's actually closer than some Madison neighborhoods. Plus, you've got easier parking once you get here. Heading to State Street is the same 10 miles, usually 10 to 25 minutes, depending on the route and traffic. If you're someone who wants suburban living, but still needs to be downtown, this is right in the sweet spot. But what really makes a difference is the traffic flow. Fish Hatchery Road gives you alternate ways around the Beltline jams. Other suburbs kind of force you onto the highway, but here you've got choices, and that makes rush hour a lot less painful. Another perk, Fitchburg sits between Madison and fast-growing Verona. That puts you within reach of 2 job markets instead of just one. And that flexibility becomes a big deal if your career takes a turn down the road. If you work at Epic Systems, this is especially nice. You get downtown Madison's culture and an easy commute to Verona campus. It's really the best of both worlds. But you know what? That's another fascinating aspect of the location that most people overlook. And you'll see why it matters once we examine development trends. Because while the location sets the stage, it's the new projects that are turning this area from simply convenient into one of the most popular suburbs in the region. And that's where your housing decision really comes in. If you're hunting for new homes with modern features, this is the part you'll want to pay attention to. The projects going up right now say a lot about where the suburb is headed. Now, before I show you these new developments, take a second to hit subscribe if you want the real story on Madison's housing market. This is where you'll get it. I share weekly updates on neighborhood trends, price shifts, and insider tips I've learned from helping hundreds of families find their homes here. And make sure to turn on notifications. One quick click means you'll never miss information that could save you thousands. Back to the project. The first one everyone's buzzing about is Inspiration at Swan Creek. This community blends shops, homes, and green space to feel like a real neighborhood, far from rows of cookie-cutter houses. Then you've got the Quarry Ridge Senior Luxury Apartments. And trust me, this is not your typical seniors housing. This modern design, high-end amenities, and a look that changes what senior living really means in this area. Another big one is Hartung Fields. They started putting roads and utilities about 2 years ago. When developers start with infrastructure, it shows they're in for the long haul. That's a clear sign this is a long-term growth path. Right now, there are more than 60 homes for sale here. For a suburb this size, that's a lot. And it means buyers actually have choices, different styles, sizes, and prices, not just whatever happens to be available. It's not just homes going up either. Encompass Health Rehab Hospitals bringing top-notch healthcare right into the community. Having that close by is a huge lifestyle upgrade, and it only matters more as time goes on. And then there's the Jamestown Quarry development, another piece of the commercial side. These projects aren't happening in isolation. Together, they're part of a bigger plan to make this feel like a full community. Even the dining scene is really stepping up in Fitchburg. New spots like Tatico, Flight Wine and Bourbon Bar mean you don't always have to drive into Madison for a good meal. More and more people can stay to home and still have great options. And if you're wondering how all this ties into home values, don't go anywhere. In the next section, we'll look at numbers and see where the real value is showing up. If you're trying to decide between Fitchburg, Middleton, or Madison, these next numbers really matter. Let's see how the markets stack up in 2025. In Fitchburg, the median home value is $500,000. That's up 3.3% from last year. It's solid growth, steady enough to build value, but not so fast that you worry about a huge price correction later. Now look at Middleton, on the other hand. The median there is $583,000. That's about 17% higher than Fitchburg. In real dollars, you're paying around $83,000 more just a Middleton address. And in many cases, you're getting similar amenities and commute times. The timing stats are interesting too. In Fitchburg, homes average 63 days on market. That is a sweet spot. It means there's good demand, but you're not stuck in bidding wars. Buyers get room to breathe and actually think through their decisions. Sales are climbing too. In August, 40 homes sold compared to 30 the year before. That's a 33% jump. When sales volume rises like that, it shows confidence. People are putting their money into this area. And I keep noticing a pattern. Homes in the newer neighborhoods are appreciating faster than the older ones. The people who bought early are already seeing the best return. That's why 70% of buyers here are local. They already live in the Madison Metro, they've watched the trends, and they know where the value is. And if you work at Epic Systems, there's one more reason this could be your spot. And it's not only about commute time. The numbers give us a financial side, but that's only half the story. Next, let's talk about what life here actually feels like day to day. The amenities here are changing the way people think about suburban life in the area. And if you care about outdoor space and staying connected, you're gonna like this part. The city has a Silver Bicycle Friendly Community Award from the League of American Bicyclists. You don't get that by accident. It takes real planning and a community that supports biking. Trails are where this place really shines. The Badger State Trail stretches 40 miles all the way down to Illinois. If you love cycling or hiking, that kind of access is incredible. The Capital City Trail gives you 17 paved miles through Fitchburg. You can literally bike from Fitchburg straight into downtown Madison on protected bike path. And then there's Military Ridge Trail with another 41 miles to explore. These aren't short little neighborhood loops. They're the kind of trails people drive hours to use. And if you got them right in your backyard. Biking culture goes beyond the trails too. Fitchburg has 25 certified bicycle-friendly businesses. Local bike shops have bike parking, repair spots, and policies that make cyclists feel welcome. And it goes beyond just bikes. Green space is everywhere. The city has 818 acres of parkland spread across 95 different areas. For a suburb, that's a lot, more than some full-size cities can claim. Mountain bikers have their own playground too. Quarry Ridge, Seminole, and the trails are all dedicated to mountain biking areas. With the sport growing really fast, Fitchburg is way ahead of the curve. Families also get choices with their schools. 3 different districts serve part of Fitchburg, so parents can pick based on what works best for their kids and where they live. And community life, it's busy all year long. You've got the Fitchburg Farmers Market, concerts at McKee, the Agora Art Fair, plus seasonal festivals that bring everyone together. It's the kind of stuff that makes a suburb actually feel like home. Now that we've looked at both the numbers and the lifestyle, let's talk about who really fits here. Because even with all the growth, this suburb isn't the right match for everyone. This might be the most important one. Finding the right community really comes down to your lifestyle and what matters most to you. If you work at Epic Systems, like we talked about, or if you work at Sub-Zero Wolf Appliances, this is worth a closer look. The commute to Verona is easy, and your housing dollar stretches way further than some of the pricier suburbs. Young professionals fit here too. You get quiet streets, easy parking, but you're still close to Madison jobs and the culture. It's that balance. City access when you want it, suburban calm when you need it. And if you're big on the outdoors, this place is really tough to beat. The trails, biking, and recreation options go beyond what most suburbs offer. If being active is part of your lifestyle, you'll feel right at home. Looking ahead, growth is steady and planned. Fitchburg is on the track to top 37,000 residents by 2030. With that comes more services and amenities, but the city is growing in a thoughtful, planned way, not just throwing up houses. Commercial growth is picking up too. More jobs, more shopping, more services. Little by little, you don't need to drive into Madison for everything. The community gets more self-sufficient every year. From what I've seen, the happiest buyers here have one thing in common. They care about access and amenities more than having an address in a flashy area. And because of that, they're often the ones building wealth faster. The strategic location, robust development pipeline, strong market performance, exceptional recreation infrastructure, and growing community features position it as the emerging it suburb in the Madison area. For the right home buyer, Fitchburg delivers the ideal balance of accessibility, amenities, and value. If you're considering a move to the Madison area and want to explore whether Fitchburg is the right fit for your specific needs, let's connect. Email me at mari@livinginmadison.com to schedule a personalized neighborhood tour that focuses on the areas most relevant to your lifestyle and priorities. Are you wondering where else you could live in the Madison area? Tap the video on your screen to see my full ranking of Madison neighborhoods from worst to best. I reveal which premium areas aren't worth the price and which hidden gems are about to skyrocket in value. Plus, find out the surprising neighborhood that took my #1 spot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.